On this episode, custom length extensions. This episode is about making a custom length mag extension to make that shotgun build look absolutely perfect. For this project, we're going to use the popular H&R Pardner. Although people refer to this gun as a Remington 870 clone, there are some subtle differences that cause problems when it comes to customizing them. These problems are easy to overcome though. While we were doing the work for a custom H&R Pardner build, which should be in episode 3, we took a few pics documenting what is required to make a custom length extension for this gun since so many people have asked. First, the thread pitch on the magazine tube is the same as the Remington, but the amount of threaded tube sticking out past the barrel lug is a bit less than it is on the 870. This can leave a sizable gap inside the tube which can cause shells or the follower to hang up on it and affect reliability. We shortened the mounting end by a couple threads on a lathe to tighten up that internal fit a bit. If you use a magazine clamp on your build, you can just install it as is and not worry about the detent divots. However, we opted to use a carbide cutter and hob new divots to engage the detent ball in the barrel lug. Now that the mounting end is correct, we can install the magazine extension on the gun and see where it is going to need to be cut. Since the Pardner's magazine tube is a little longer than the 870s, and since the barrel lug is further forward, a lot of Remington 870 extensions just won't be quite the right length, hence why we are trimming it. We marked this one and then parted it off on the lathe. The next step is to machine a replacement end cap. We used aluminum since it is easier to machine, and we're going to Duracoat this extension anyways. The insert portion of this cap needs to be about 3 thousandths larger than the inside diameter of the magazine tube. This will ensure a tight fit when we press them together. The end of the cap needs to be about the same diameter as the extension. Most extensions are right around 1 inch in diameter, so using 1 inch bar stock will usually save you a lot of machining. Be sure to machine the inside portion of the cap to allow the spring to fit up inside. This will keep your extension as light as possible and will allow maximum room for shells in the spring. I usually like to put a couple of grooves on the outside of the insert to give it a little bite so it locks onto the tube really tight. The finished cap can now be pressed into the tube using a hydraulic press. It should take about a half a ton to 1 ton of pressure to push the cap in. This tight fit makes it as good as permanent. If you do the cap out of steel, they can also be cut to slip into the end of the tube and silver soldered instead. The tube can now be refinished and installed. Voila! A little extra elbow grease and you have a finished product that fits right and looks right. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for new episodes covering other frequently asked questions and unique builds.
You'll see your sins in my vengeful eyes, 'cause I'm the point of despair for the good guys.